Still booking clients the old-fashioned way? DMs, emails, or phone calls. That's why you're missing out on bookings and burning yourself out. Look, I get it. You want to have clients that book appointments easily, right? And maybe even want to be a bit personal. But right now, we're in the digital age, and they have to jump through hoops just to find a time that works with you, unless they can book on their own. So it's frustrating for them and a massive time suck for you. So trying to manage bookings manually or just ignoring the system altogether, well, that's not working, and you're losing potential clients who just peace out because it's just too much hassle for them to try and figure out how to book with you. Plus, scaling your healing practice probably feels impossible when you're stuck booking every single session yourself. So in the next couple minutes, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple self-booking system that lets clients book themselves on your schedule without back and forth, right? So it's a 3-step solution, and here's how you do it. So step 1 is you gotta choose a software, right? There's all kinds of softwares out here, and it's probably confusing on which one to choose. And that really just depends on where you're at with your practice. So I know a lot of wellness businesses use Jane app, but honestly, I think that like you can basically achieve very similar in other softwares, you know, for the price. To me, it's just meh. And also, not only that, I find that on the client side of this app, it's actually a bit more confusing than some of the other booking softwares out there. So I'll cover some of my favorites. So one that you probably have heard of before is Calendly. You can start with a free version of it. The downside with the free is that you can't customize your follow-ups, and for, like I said, depending where you're at in your healing business, like you might want to do that. You might want to have customized like forms, you know, when people book, that kind of thing. So then you might want to have a paid version of that. The next one, and the one that is my preference right now, is Symvoly. And the reason why I like this is because it's not just a calendar. It is, you know, your website, your whole system that you take people through, your email software, all that good stuff. And the price is pretty reasonable. The next one is TidyCal. Now, this one I like especially for people who are just getting started because the pricing is unreal. It's a one-time, and it's basically like Calendly, except you just pay one time, and then you can just send people directly to this calendar booking. And then the last one that I would suggest, and don't get me wrong, I know there's tons of other ones out there, but these are just the ones that are kind of like my go-tos, is Square. And the reason why I like Square Up is, and this is not to be confused with Squarespace, those are two different. But the reason why I like Square Up is mainly just because this is a payment processing tool, so you can collect your payments for your services on here. You can still collect payments through these other ones as well. It's just that you have to connect it to a payment processor like Square. So there's just that extra like technical piece to it. The downside to Square is that, again, similar to some of the other ones, it doesn't give you a lot of customization on the free version. So overall, if I had to give one single suggestion, I would say if you are just getting started, you don't have a lot of funds to invest, go with TidyCal because it's a one-time investment and it gives you all of the features that you need to start growing and eventually move to another one of these softwares. The second suggestion would be, this is if you're not just getting started, you already have a client base, but you're looking to scale, because it gives you that room to scale. It gives you all the tools that you need. So you're not just picking you're not just getting just the booking calendar or whatnot, right? You're getting your website, you're getting your email list, you're getting your booking calendar, you're getting all the things that you need to actually scale your healing practice overall, right? So anyway, I will put all of these into a document for you. So if you want that document, just comment below the word calendar and I'll send that over to you. Now, the next step is to sync your calendar or your software with your personal and work schedule so that it not only shows your available times, but it also blocks out any times that you are unavailable. So if you have personal events or, you're just out of your working hours that you want to work, that kind of thing. So I logged into my TidyCal here so that you could see how simple that is. And basically in any of these softwares, synchronizing a calendar is usually going to be under some sort of integrations or connections type heading, right? So here we can see that I have actually synced it with a couple of my different Google calendars. Hopefully, yeah. So now I can actually not only sync it with my work, meetings and stuff like that. I can, and my other one's down below, but I'd rather not give away my personal email address, but my personal calendar is also synced. So when I have, let's say family obligations or whatever, I simply put it in my calendar and it syncs with this guy so that people cannot book during that time. And I can just go on with my merry life, right? And so you can do that with pretty much any of these calendars. But again, you're going to want to double check when you do go to choose your software that it has that. So Square, for example, on the free plan does not have that. And Calendly, for example, on the free plan just has one calendar connection. And so basically when you do the calendar synchronization, really the only thing that you need to pay attention to is to make sure you have that calendar, let's say on, I'm sure everybody has one of these guys, right? So you just take this guy, put your events that you have, especially for personal stuff, in there, and it will automatically sync into your software here. So now that we have that step completed, the next step is to share the booking link in a place that your clients can easily find it. So this can be your website, your social media, even your email signatures. But let me just show you, for example, on Instagram. Okay, so Instagram is a very common social media platform, and you can see up here in my bio, this is where I have a link to a calendar, right? So if I click on that, then people can go directly to my calendar. This is built in the Symvoly software. Now, where exactly you put this is going to be dependent on whatever platform you use the most to get in front of people. So if you create content on social media, put it in all of your social media spots where you talk about your healing practice or anything related to that, because that's when people will see it. And not only that, but then in your content, you can actually give them a call to action. Go click the link in my bio to book a session, right? So the reason why this works so well is because it puts the power in your client's hands while respecting your time, and it helps you scale your practice effortlessly, makes it look professional, makes you look more credible, and it gets you more bookings faster without the headache of having to DM and email and take phone calls and all that stuff. So if you want help setting up your self-booking system, drop the word calendar below in the comments, and I will send you the document that I mentioned, and